Alright, ladies and gents, Kata Gaming here, back with another video. So recently I just started playing this new game called Epic 7. Mostly due to the fact that I saw the marketing regarding this whole new update that, you know, revamped the whole game. So I figured, you know what, let me give it a go, let me see what the game is about, and, you know, go from there. And I will not lie, I am enjoying it, right? I don't think I've played a game where there's a lot of, like, the animations are so sick. Even I'm a bit flabbergasted by the quality of 2D animation that this game has. Look at that. Bear in mind, this game apparently is 6 years old. This is an old game, ladies and gents. And we have this type of animation still from something, you know, I mean, look at that. Look at this. And, you know, by the way, I am hands off. This is all auto battle, right? So I started a new account and I've been playing it for, I think now it's actually been a day. It's been a day. And the standard 10 pull is, I think, 950. So if you played Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, the general 10 pull is about 950 to, I think, either 900 or 950 of the crystals that you get as premium currency. So you know how you get 1,600 for Genshin Impact or ZZZ or Honkai Star Rail. So here a 10 pull is 950, which makes sense. But I have gotten, which, you know, when you do the math, if you've been saving up, you've been playing free to play with the likes of Genshin or Honkai Impact 3rd, it's been a day, right? I've not been hard grinding. I've just been going through the story, doing this and that, and I have gotten a whole, I think, 100 pulls, because if 900 is 10 pulls, technically you need 9,000 crystals to basically do 100 pulls, right? That's what I'm guessing, right? Yeah. So I'm a bit flabbergasted. This was one day. I don't even think I am anywhere near, I think, even halfway through the story. And I already have 100 pulls. So I'm actually quite pleased about how the game is, the animation, the fast pace. I mean, majority of this is just completely AFK, apart from maybe selecting a new stage and so on and so forth. So those are the pros. I think you get a lot of currency off the bat. The game does guide you on what to do, who to build, and who to prioritize. There's a lot of creators out there that obviously prioritize or teach you how to play Epic 7, which I think is actually quite an amazing thing out there. If you go to YouTube, there are a lot of people who are just showing ways and means and how to play the game. And I think the story, oh my god, the story is so deep. Like, you can skip 100%, but when you're watching the animations, you sort of want to now start actually understanding what the hell happened. So in general, this guy is the main story character. And the plot twist in this whole variation is that apparently, you know how in Isekai you get reincarnated, right? So apparently there's just a consistent cycle of this guy being the hero of the story, always failing to save the world. And then the goddess basically resurrects him and then turns back time to repeat the process. So apparently, I don't know, I've not really understood much, but apparently now this new update has brought like a new timeline of him, or rather a new version of him that I'm not gonna bite my tongue here, but I'm yet to fully understand the whole story. But now you understand. Basically, he's the hero. He dies on every cycle. Goddess resurrects him, repeats the cycle, and then I think chapter 2 of the story, you break away from that cycle. You actually save the world, and then now he's sort of just left roaming Earth or whatever region that he's in. Yeah, so basically, yeah. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. The game does give a lot of currency. At a very fair way of doing it. Like, you just need to be able to survive the stage and have one element type character, and that's pretty much it. But I have right now 11,261, and I started this game just yesterday, and I've been able to build out majority of the main characters. Being, for most people who will not know, if you're starting the game, obviously veterans will already know. So Brig, 27,104, 188, probably not good enough. It doesn't match the the aspects of a veteran player, but you know, I have my Sigrid who's fully built up. In fact, I think until her are the people who have actually managed to get all the way to 15 on every single artifact. So now this comes to my main, I'd say, con of the game. You see these things, right? So in Genshin, you can basically farm your equipment. That's fine. And it's pretty easy for you to get currency that enables you to level up this equipment. In this game, Jesus. The only thing I think I hate a lot is the fact that you do not have any access whatsoever to, you know, get this equipment to 15 or get multiple versions. I've been playing for 1 day and I am now, I won't say bricked, but I do feel that I have sort of now run to a point where I am very careful about who I level up and whose equipment I actually touch and get to level 15. I've been obviously getting all of them to 666, 666, or maybe 999, 12, depending on the character. But what I can tell you is when it comes to the actual currency that is used to upgrade equipment, it's very limited. It's very limited. You have to do a lot of grinding, and when I say a lot of grinding, I mean a lot of grinding. So the best thing, what I know about the game, is the fact that you have this feature which allows you to basically do a whole run without, you know, bothering playing the actual run, and it auto plays or AFK plays and just collects all the currency or all the equipment for you, or whatever you need to collect specifically as you play the game. And you can also be doing something else as this is happening. So that's what I feel is good. It's okay. It's fine. So I think the only con I've had with the game is the fact that the resources you get from when you're starting the game are very good, because when you follow this path of air, you'll make some mistakes. I made a mistake here. So I'm supposed to convert a sword. I ended up converting a boot. So now I have to wait until tomorrow's reset to buy something that enables me to finish this. But if you follow this whole process, path of airs, and it gives you so much. It gives you characters, it gives you equipment, it gives you currency, it gives you potions that allow you to basically, like, you know how in Genshin or Honkai Star Rail you can get a character. So now imagine putting this on that character, it just automatically takes them all the way to the end of their progression, right? So yeah, so I mean, if you follow this, and it goes, I mean, this thing is going until, like, I think Path of Air, like, look at that. That's 40, 41, 42, 46, 50. This is a lot of progression that the game is until 65. This is a lot of progression that the game is giving you, to be honest. I was very surprised. So yeah, but the game kind of just the way they've done it now is that it does give you a guide on how to actually go about a lot of things, which I think is very nice. Which I think is very nice. So yeah, I mean, it's a good game. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. It's not bad. I very much like the animations, but there is a need for you to understand what is needed. You don't just get any character and then boom, you're sorted. Like, there is an actual need for you to understand what teams you're building, what equipment to give them. I mean, it's similar to every other single game, but this is not like Honkai Star Rail, where you can basically, you know, it's not like Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact. You can cheese or meme a build and then it works. This, you have to be very careful with what you actually put in your characters. And then even when you put that equipment in that character, if it wasn't for the fact that we have an event that allows you to change equipment freely, you will have to pay for that equipment to be changed or put onto someone else. Gold farming is pretty easy from what I've come to know. I mean, I'm only 1 day, but I've gotten a decent amount of gold. But yeah, I mean, if for anyone who's, you know, looking to try the game, I'd say give it a go. It's okay. That's what I'll say. But with that said, that's Ian Gatta, and I'm signing out. I will see you in the next one.